Video được Việt hóa bởi Ngọc Tân từ group tài nguyên dựng phim. Nghiêm cấm các hành vi lít về rồi bán cho thằng khác. Mọi ý kiến đóng góp xin gửi về Facebook Quỳnh Ngọc Tân.
Now we're going to take a look at actually adding our media from our source viewer into our timeline so that it can actually become part of the story. And we're going to explore a couple of the main techniques. Here in our project, in the media pool, where it says Chapter 5 Edit Page, let's click on that. And let's open this timeline, Edit Page Start. Double click on that, and that will bring up a blank timeline. Now we can switch back over to our Scene 4 media, and we can pick a clip. And the easiest way to add a clip to the timeline is just to grab in the middle of it and just drag it down into the timeline. And now if we put our playhead over the clip and hit spacebar,
You go check it out.
It will play back.
Fine.
We can see it's in our movie. And you can edit entire videos like that if you want to. It can totally be as simple as that. But there are some fancier ways to kind of get the media from here into the timeline that might make a little bit more sense for, working faster or just personal preference. So let's say we have this shot and we set our in and our out.
No way, you go check it out.
Fine. Okay. I'll go check it out.
So we have our in and our out. And let's say we want to put this before this clip. Well, we could do something like drag this into the timeline and then move this clip down and kind of put it in that way. But a fancier way to do it would be to take our playhead and move that before our first clip. And then we can take and drag our clip here, but instead of dragging it down to the timeline, I'm going to drag it over here onto our timeline viewer. And now we have a few different options on this little pop-up menu. And each of these options will do something different. If I drop this over the top one, which is insert, look what happens. It throws that clip right where my playhead was and it moves everything else down. So that's a really nice way to put something right where the playhead is and you don't have to move stuff around very much. I'll hit Control Z to go back. The other one I really like is called Append at End. This one right here. And this is cool because no matter where my playhead is, it's always going to add the clip that I'm dragging right at the end of our timeline. That's great if you just want to put a bunch of clips down in the timeline really quickly in some kind of rough order, but you don't really want to worry about dragging them to a specific place. You can just say, boom, append at end, append at end, append at end. I definitely recommend trying this out for yourself, grabbing the clip and moving it over and trying all of these different options because they all do different things that might be good depending on what you're after. I'll just hit Control Z. You can also do a similar thing with these buttons right here in the toolbar. You don't have quite as many options, but you can insert a clip, overwrite a clip, or replace a clip. And so insert does just what that insert normally does. You can insert like that. Overwrite will put the clip right where the playhead is, and it will just kind of go over anything that's in the way, just like that. And then replace a clip. If you're over a clip like this, you can hit this, and it will replace the clip in the timeline with the clip that was here in the source viewer. So again, another thing to play around with. But that's essentially how you build your edit, is you go through and find all of your parts, and you put them in the timeline in some way that makes the order for the story that you want to tell.